Alrighty guys, today we're going to take our little motion sensor light switch here. Controls the exhaust fan, whatever, blah blah blah. And we're going to install it here. Now what we have here is we have a double switch. I already turned the thing off in the basement, the breaker. I've already turned the breaker off. But the top one controls the light, the bottom one controls the fan. This motion sensor is not going to allow for that. So we're going to have to connect these two together to make it one switch. Not ideal, but I'm okay with it. So you take your face plate off, or your wall plate. Now why this wall plate's different than the rest of the wall plates in the house, I'm not entirely sure. And it's a nice wall plate though. I mean, it's heavy duty. We'll go ahead and get some of that dust off there, right? I mean, heck with it. Okay. Now we're going to just turn them on, make sure nothing comes on, turn them back off, just to be safe, because I don't trust electricity. Now you're going to take your take the plug out. Of the wall. It might be a good idea to go ahead and take the time and effort to clean that as well, but we're not doing that right now. All right, pull that out here, and let's see how it looks. Okay, so right now we can see our ground does not appear to be connected to anything. That's nice. It's supposed to be connected. It's hooked, so it was connected to something at some point. Let's see here. So that's going to be our hot. I think this one's going to be our hot. And those two. Okay. Let's just look. Red's coming out of one, black's coming out of the other. Black, the big black one, is coming out of there. Big black one is coming out of the bottom. The small black and the small red are coming out of the top. Okay, so the small black and the small red are both going to the, one's going to the light, one's going to the fan. Just make sure that is the case. And then the black one here, that's going to be our hot. So that's coming from the power. Denoted by, it coming out of the one wire back there, and the other two going to the other wire. And then, of course, we got our neutral here, which is wrapped around everything else. Okay. So, worst case scenario, we screw this all up. I'm not sure why the ground is not connected at all. Alright, well, whatever. It is what it is. Now, our new switch here has ground right up here at the top, so just make that face up. We're going to have this and this, that and this. Okay, so this is going to be white, this is going to be our neutral. Okay, now pardon me, I'm not an electrician, so just doing this, myself. Anyway, since we have a neutral, which is the white, we're going to go ahead and take the green sleeve off of here, because green is going to be for ground, and we're going to be using this white as neutral. So we'll take that off. That denotes that it is now going to be used as a neutral wire. So we'll take that off here. Let's go ahead and flip those switches again just to make sure. And then we're going to just wire that together here. And put that wire nut back on there. There we go. Give that a little bit of a pull. Make sure it doesn't come out. It doesn't. So good. Next step is to get the ground. Well, let's not worry about the ground. Let's not worry about that yet. This is our hot, which on the newer models, I mean, this is old. This is old wiring, old electric. So we're going to say this is our hot here. And if we're wrong, we're going to have some problems. You could get a live whatever tester, go turn your breaker back on, and then test which one's the hot one. But with the thing. But we're going to go ahead and take that off there. Now it's not going to matter which one it connects to. You're going to get it off there. We're going to use our pliers here to kind of straighten that out a bit. That way we can get it wire nutted. There we go. Good job, good job. All right, we need to get our wire nuts out here. And go ahead and wire nut this black, which is hot, to one of these, and we're going to go with the top one, I think. Yeah, the top one. So we're just going to hold those together. Wrap that around a little bit. Oopsie. I did not do a very good job, did I? Sorry. Wire nut that. I should probably check to make sure it wasn't too long. I'll get that wire nutted there. And we need to make sure that that wire is not sticking out past the wire nut, of which we can see that it slightly is. So we're going to take that back off because we don't want things to go snippety snap crackly pop on us. So we're just going to cut a little bit of that wire off. Shield your eyes. And then wrap that back around here. There we go. And get it wire nutted. That is still showing. That is still showing a little wire. We did not take enough off. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can do this again. Shield our eyes again. And try this again. I didn't want to take too much off. I just want to take just enough to not have wire exposed. Get that wire nut on there. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so no wire exposed on the back end of that. Everything's inside the wire nut. We're good. I'm gonna rotate this around here, and we're gonna take these two wires off. Which one of these wires is going to the light, and one of them is going to the fan. And I think I just dropped that down my sink, down my drain. That's not good. It's alright, it's alright. We'll be okay. So we got that disconnected. Toss that off to the side for the moment. Got a magnet I can shove down there later to get that off. Okay. Grab another wire nut here. Oh no, no, oh no, no, that's the one I just took off. Get our pliers. We're going to straighten these ones out just a little bit. Alright, now we're going to take the wire nut, hold it over top of here and see if we need to cut some off, and we do. So we're going to cut about half of that off. Do it with my eyes. And that one's long too, so we'll cut about half of that off. Not quite half, I'm not. Alright. Then we're going to take our remaining black wire here. We're going to connect these two together with this one as well. And wire nut that all together. Make sure there's no exposed wire on the outside. Now, from my understanding, we're not using the blue one in this setup because, well, these are set up right. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and bend this blue back here a little bit. We'll wire nut that to itself. Okay, that's not going to work that way. Pliers. Just gotta pinch it in on itself here. Now the blue wire on this would be for a little bit different. If we were going to put a sensor thing in it runs with this, so we're not doing that. Alright, now the only thing that's left is the ground. So I'm going to again straighten this wire out a bit. It does kind of concern me that the ground was not connected to anything. But I mean, this house was rewired a few years ago, and the electrician did all that. So I'm going to say that whatever switch we were using was probably not the right switch by today's standards, and the previous owner didn't want to pay to have that replaced. So we're just going to wire nut those two together there. Now everything should be set, right? Now at this point, with everything together, you can go ahead and check to make sure everything's wired up correctly. You just turn your breaker on, make sure no wires are connected and touching, and then use the switch, which we already did, and it worked fine. So now we're going to tuck all this back in, right? Which is going to be a little bit of a pain. But we'll get it, So I mean, I did check to make sure everything, that it worked. When I flipped the switch, the light and the fan both came on at the same time, which is good enough for me. So, let's see, that needs to come down a little bit. Get her pushed back in there, and then we can take the screws. We're going to use the new screws since I don't remember what I did with the old ones. Oh, come on. Now use hand tools. Use hand tools. Don't sit there and think you have to use a power tool. If you're familiar with power tools, you know you're not going to break things by going too far, then use a power tool. But generally speaking, though, hand tool. I'm not in the hole. Where is the hole? There we go. Now, one thing I did forget to pick up was a plate. So she's in there. I just have to get a wall plate for it. That one can be tightened a little bit more. There we go. Alright, that one can be tightened just a little bit more. There we go. Now let's go get the power turned back on. And with this sensor here, now after the power is on, then anytime I enter the room, the overhead light and the fan should automatically kick on. And then once the room's empty for a little bit, the overhead light and the fan should automatically kick off. Or I can hit the button to turn it off when I leave. Cool. I like this. Now it does take a few minutes before it'll start working. So, yeah, once you turn the power back on, it won't automatically sense your motion, your heat. It takes a few minutes for that to get set up. So let's go ahead and get the extra light out of here. Get some of these tools out of here, and it should set by then. Of course, I probably should say that light. Yeah. And there she goes, guys. She turned on. She noticed me in the room. So, yay for that. And both the light and the fan kicked on. So everything's working fine. Now we can just click that to turn it off. Oh, yeah. End video. Now we should probably say, if you can't figure out which one the hot wire is, they do sell tools for that. No contact something or other. Or there's stuff you can use, like a multimeter. I don't know if a multimeter. There's stuff you can use to find which one's hot. But if you connect the hot to the fan, turn on. Make sure the fan turns on, right? That should tell you it's hot, or at least one of those two is hot. And then you connect it to the light, and then you turn it back on, and it doesn't turn on. That's not hot, right? That's the fan one. So then the other one. Troubleshooting. I just wouldn't leave it on without, like wire nut it. I wouldn't leave it connected that way. That kind of defeats the purpose of the switch. But at least you can use that to test. Although I still wouldn't leave it on for very long. I would just like flip the breaker, come up, check, make sure, and then back down and shut the breaker back off so you can get it wired and beat out. Still need to get a faceplate.